Hey guys, Joshua's Boosters here and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. Third installment already of the Making Lightsworn Good series. In 2021, of course. So yeah, let's just hop right into the decklist, I guess. This video is gonna be a little more positive than a little bit more positive than the last one, because I actually have the feeling I'm getting somewhere, which is nice. I have to admit, the past two episodes have been quite a struggle, to be honest. But I actually did some proper testing, played some rated with this deck, and that made me realize some changes the deck needed. So yeah, let's just start talking about the deck list. Some things are unchanged. Let's start with those. We still are playing the same Nemesis ratio we were playing before. Escados is just such a good monster, and then arguably one of the best things I think about this card is if you're going first, you can potentially drop this guy, just call the effect on himself, not destroy himself, but still apply the effect, calling Dragon, and that means you just auto-win the Dragon Link matchup going first. You don't even have to do like a crazy combo or anything. You can just do this, and that's literally game over, which is nice. Then I'm still playing the Baby Dragon package with the Chaos Space. I'm still playing the Double Levianeer and the Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon. Still, Malicious is in the deck. Then I'm skipping those next few cards. I'll talk about those later. I'm still playing Double Lumina, Double Raiden, Triple Wolf for the Lightsworn package. Yeah, I think I cut one of the Raidens. I think I was playing 3 before. I'm not even sure, to be honest. But this is the ratio I'm playing now, which I think is... it has been working good. You could argue you could play one Lumina, but sometimes the second Lumina actually comes in, you know, when you do the Lumina, revive something else play, which is cool. And then I upped the Chaos creator count here to 2, and I might even start playing 3 of this, because this card is actually insane. I've actually resolved it a couple of times now, and each time this card has been absolutely fantastic. You'll see that the biggest change I made to the deck is actually the large zombie lineup. I'm now playing triple Solitaire, triple Mizuki, double Uni Zombie, alongside the Glow of Bloom, the what's-her-face Necroworld Banshee, and Doom King Ballardroach, if that's how you pronounce it. The thing with this engine is that it's basically, it's the Zombie World engine, where you can send Banshee to the graveyard to get access to Zombie World, and then Zombie World basically allows you to summon Doom King by its own effect in the standby phase, or just summon it off Glow of Bloom. The thing about Glow of Bloom is you can summon it from Hulky Firebreaks and just trigger it right away, that way, by going into Link Reroll, but it does lock you out of the zombie the zombie part. Or sorry, not the zombie part, but instead actually all the other cards in your deck. Special summoning, sort of anyway. If you do that, so that sometimes sort of conflicts, but it is a very easy way to just go Hulky and then get this to actually set up a disruption without needing much to combo. Other cards I'm still playing is Call by the Grave, Monster Reborn, Foolish, Triple Charge Light Brigade. I did cut the Solar Recharges. Maybe in the replay I'm showing I'm still playing them, I'm not sure. But they are not in the list anymore, just because they just have to break more than they were actually good. Especially now with playing 51 cards and there's only 7 Lightsworn targets in the deck. Or I guess 10 if you count the Charge with Light Brigade, of course. But yeah, the Doom King stuff, or not the Doom King stuff, but the Zombie World stuff is actually super interesting, but because it does allow Mizuki to revive basically anything that's in your graveyard, which I think we will see come up in the replay. The side deck is for now unchanged. I've been happy with it. Then the extra deck is still Savage, still Chaos Ruler. I'm also still playing this package, but I'm probably gonna cut the Hydra Dragon Archfiend Abyss. I'm pretty sure I'm going to cut this. And then I might also cut the Calamity and the Formula Synchron engine, because we're now just going for a different kind of game plan. I'm still playing Minerva. It's the only exit actually. I did cut the Sky Prison. Which is funny, because in the replay I'm going to be showing you, I'm gonna try to go into it and then notice it is not there, which is quite funny. I did add Access Code Talker and Boral Sword Dragon into my deck, because I really needed something to actually, go second and break boards, and, those are pretty good cards to do that. And then I also added a Nightmare Phoenix, because there were just times where I really needed to go into any Link 2 to just free up space and continue playing when I had 5 monsters on the field, and I didn't always just want to go into Link 4 right away. So, yeah. Nightmare Phoenix. I think that's everything to say about the deck for now. Let's just see how this deck fares in the replay. And we're actually playing against a meta deck today, so that will be pretty interesting. Let's check it out. Okay, guys, let's hop into the replay here. I did won the rock, paper, scissors, so I will be going first. And yeah, let's just see what the deck can pull off. Or let's first check the hands. As you see, this hand is... it's alright. We have the Chaos Space. We do have Raiden to mill some cards. Baldrich is in our hand, which isn't the best. But we can discard it off the Chaos Space, and then we can shuffle it back with the Nemesis flag. So basically all of the cards in our hand are live except for the second Chaos Space. I'm just gonna go for the Witherbuster here. Gonna bring it out, and then first go Striker Dragger to trigger the Witherbuster to get Collapse Serpent, so I can get the additional draw from the Chaos Space. And I actually end up drawing the Melody here, which is a really good draw. Now I'm gonna go for Raiden, mill 2 cards, and hit... nothing really, but that's fine. Because this will allow us to go into Chaos Ruler, I think. Yeah, we're going to go into the Chaos Ruler here, Excavate. Or first we add the Witherbuster and then Excavate the top 5 cards of our deck. And we're going to be able to add a Light or Dark Monster, and we are going to be able to add Lumina. Here. Which we can't normal summon because we already used our normal summon, but it is what it is. Then we're gonna go into Nemesis Flag, shuffle back the Baldroach, and then Nemesis Flag's of course gonna add our Escatos to hand. Now I'm gonna go Melody, discard Lumina to add Legionnaire and Chaos Emperor Dragon. Going to go for the Legionnaire here, banish 3 lights to actually Monster Reborn Raiden. And then with Raiden and Striker Dragon, I'm gonna go into Hulky Firebacks and bring out Unizombie, which is of course level 3 tuner. Then I'm gonna go into Appaloosa here, and this is where the mistake sort of comes up. So what I plan to do is recur some resources with the Chaos Emperor. Then bring him out from the extra deck and go into the Sky Prison, but then I noticed there's actually no Sky Prison in the extra deck. And now if I want to go for Escatos effect, I have to blow up both my Chaos Ruler and the Legionnaire. Which was not the smartest, but I think this was like the first match I played without the Sky Prison in it. But I do end up to have actually a decent display, which is going to Nightmare Phoenix here, which actually has the co-linked effect that... monsters that are co-linked cannot be destroyed by battle, so that's actually quite good in combination with Appaloosa. And then after that, I'm gonna go for the Scouts effect to call dragons, so my opponent will be able to summon dragons. Hopefully my opponent is playing Dragon Link, but he is not. He is actually playing normal summon Alistair, which he's gonna do, and I'm of course gonna negate it because yeah, he's gonna go into the Magistus Link Artemis, and then he's gonna go for Nadir Servant, which is alright actually, because that means he won't be able to summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, so he doesn't have something like Invocation or Shadow Fusion, which is very nice. He's gonna add Ecclesia, Sending, Ep Clone. I'm just gonna opt to negate the Ep Clone to not have to deal with Shadow Schism or something like Shadow Fusion for the next turn if that happens. He's gonna go summon Ecclesia, which I'm also gonna negate of course. Because if I don't, he's just gonna go Punishment. Probably, and then that sucks. So my Appaloosa lives here, and he's just gonna pass turn actually, so let's take a moment to just check out his hand. He is actually playing Shadow, but he just has a bunch of Shadow monsters in his hand, so pretty lucky for me, I have to say. But yeah, that means he doesn't have any Disrupts, and I top decked the Chaos Creator, which is an amazing top deck. So this should definitely be my game. I think I'm gonna be able to, yeah, I'm gonna go into Access Code Talker here, and then if I bring out Chaos Creator, that's actually game, but he already scoops it up when I do so. So I would have been able to game him under Nibiru, staying under 5 summons. So yeah, the second game, he is gonna go first, and let's take a moment to check out his hand. He has Invocation, Squamata, Dragon. He has National Genius, which I don't think anybody's playing, but let's read the effect real quick. His flip effect is you can target one Shadow monster you control. That phase of monster is unaffected by monster effects this turn except its own, which is it's an effect, I guess. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can target one effect monster on the field. Neither player can activate that target's effects on the field this turn. So, interesting effect. I guess it helps you play through disrupts. But I guess it's mostly there because it's an Earth, just to make Ep Clone. And then the strongest card in his hand arguably is Lancia, which is very good against my deck, of course. And then my hand's actually, it's actually not the best, to be honest. Like, we do have some pseudo starters, but nothing to actually get going. But, you know, we do have the 6th card, so we'll see what that will be. He's actually gonna go Invocation, Sense Commander, and the Genius to bring out Ep Clone, like I said. He's gonna go Mata, send, what's this called again? Incarnation, right. And then he's gonna link away the Ep Clone for Gravity Controller to trigger it, to get Schism, and he's gonna discard Dragon here. So at this point I'm like, okay, cool bro, you went -3 to set up a Schism, and he, to be honest, he could have just gone, what's it called? Invocation, drop Buinda, I think. But I'm not sure if it would have been better, but he would have been left with more cards. But at this point I'm happy because I do have Twin Twister, so that means I can just shotgun it in standby phase and then start playing, or try to start playing. And I top deck Malicious here, which is really good, so in standby phase, like I said, I'm gonna go Twin Twister, pitch the melee, and then he's actually gonna allow me to bench the melee here too. So at this one I'm feeling pretty good, like I can probably do something anyway, set up some kind of board. But then he's gonna go Lancia, which means that literally all the cards in my hand are dead. Wolf and Zombie World don't do anything to begin with, and then Chaos Space and Melody are both shut down. I do end up actually deciding to activate Chaos Space anyway, just to set it up for the next turn, because at this point I know he doesn't have something like Ash in the hand, obviously, because he doesn't have any cards. And then I think I'm just gonna go past turn, decide to keep the Zombie World in my hand just in case I draw something that combos with it. He's gonna draw Wendy here, which is, I think, a pretty decent top deck for him. He's gonna go use the graveyard effect of Reincarnation to flip it face up to defense position. Yeah. There we go, and bring out a Mata, also in face up defense position, actually. He's gonna go Link into Verte here, which I admit is a pretty annoying play. And then he's actually gonna go send Super Poly and fuse my Malicious and his Mata to bring out Shadow Winda, and also trigger the Mata effect to send the Beast and draw a card. Luckily for me, he does draw Shadow Fusion here, which doesn't accomplish much at this point. So, I do top deck Droplet here, but the thing is, there's not really anything I can do. I mean, I can break his field, but then I'm left vulnerable to Shadow Fusion. And, like, I won't be able to OTK him with the cards I have, I think, anyway, because I don't have enough cards in the graveyards to go for a good line of play. And actually, just the cards I have are not that strong either. I won't be able to drop both the big dragons to go for game anyway, so I decide to actually just bring out the Collapser to run over the Verte, and then also just use it as like a defense against Winda. Opting to not set Droplet here to not lose out to something random like an Untus sent by Nadir Servant or just another Shadow Dragon. Or there we go, Cosmic Cyclone, which he does pick up here. So, going to add the Riverbuster here when Collapse Serpent goes to the graveyard. Then I do top deck another Chaos Space, very, very broken. Gonna bring out Riverbuster here just to set up some more defense. And also to activate my Chaos Space in graveyard to shuffle back the Collapse Serpent. Going to draw a Chaos Creator here, which at this point is not live, but it will be later. And when it is live, it will actually be able to do something next turn. So that's nice. But at this point, still not very good. At this point, I do decide to start deck tanning to add the big dragons to my hand, discarding the Zombie World. And I'm just gonna set the Chaos Space, I think, as a bluff. I mean, it could potentially add Levy near to my hand next turn, but I mean, this is pretty nice. He top decks another Lancia, which is kind of good because it stops me, but then on the other hand, if he top decks something like Alistair, it would have been way better. But he doesn't, so lucky for me. Going to add Collapse Serpent to my hand with the Riverbuster, and then he's just gonna pass again. Instead, by phase, he's gonna go Lancia, which is strong. I did top deck Rota though, which is good because it will get me access to Raiden, and hopefully, at least mill 4 cards if I don't manage to get going at this point. So, at this point, could I go for game? doing the droplet. No, because I am under lens. Yeah, right. So I just have to go mail. I do mail Zombie Mizuki here, which is of course amazing. At this point, maybe I should have set the droplet to prevent myself from dying, but he does stop like Alistair here. He is still locked under his own window, and I reasoned that if he went into Mekaba, that still wouldn't be game, and he does opt to go into Mekaba. But I actually forgot that if he did play the... I don't know the name, but the one that can banish a fusion from the graveyard to gain attack, that would have actually been game, so this was definitely a misplay on my part, not setting the droplets. Thankfully, he just goes from Mekaba, so maybe he wasn't playing the... I really don't know the name, but you know which card I'm talking about, right? And he's just gonna run over my Radiant and attack directly with the Winda, putting me on 1900. And now at this point he does have 0 disrupts basically. And I top deck charge as well, which is of course great. I'm gonna go charge mill 3, I mill Banshee, which is good. And then I'm gonna go chain the droplet, send the Chaos, what's it called? Chaos Emperor and the resolving charge to the graveyard to negate both his guys, adding Lumina to my hand with the charge, and at this point I can just, you know, do whatever I want. I'm gonna go Levianeer first to pop both his monsters, and then he's gonna go at that Schism, which is fine, and then actually he just admits defeat because, you know, I do have the Mizuki in the grave, he knows I have Lumina to go for Raiden, and the Collapse Serpent, so yeah, that is game. We did it, guys, we won a match playing Lightsworn against the meta deck. I really think the deck is coming along nicely and might actually turn out to be a decent deck, which is more than I hoped for. To be honest, I hope you did enjoy this episode of this series. If you did, be sure to leave a like, you know, leave a comment with what you liked, or maybe something you think I could improve about the deck. And, you know, if you haven't subscribed yet but do enjoy this type of content, I mean, consider subscribing. Lastly, I want to give a shout out to my boy Johan, or Charlotte Katakugi as he is here on YouTube, because I asked him to give me some pointers about the zombie strategy, like the zombie world deck, because I know he has been playing it and I wanted to include those cards in the Lightsworn deck. And he did give me some pointers that I used building the deck. Obviously, the deck is very different from the kind of pure zombie list, but still want to shout him out. And yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!